Good day everyone. Welcome to my channel, Mathematics of Today's Generation. Kung bago ka pa lang dito sa channel ko, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. At pakihit na rin sa notification bell para updated kayo sa mga panibagong videos na i-upload ko. So by the way, if you are a mathematics contestant, you're a math coach, you're a mathematics enthusiast, then this tutorial is for you. Without further ado, let's begin. We are now on problem number 28, an algebra problem number 19. This problem is taken from the 15th National Undergraduate Mathematical Olympiad at Bangladesh and open to universities and colleges in that country. And here's the problem. So, find all possible pairs of integers, A and B, for which the equation A cubed plus B cubed is equal to A plus B quantity squared. Okay, so we're going to solve this problem in a very easy and systematic manner. So, for our solution, we let A would be less than or equal to B, or B would be less than or equal to A, since A and B have symmetry. Okay, so since A and B have symmetry, and then if this is true, okay, we can say that there exists a unique integer R is such that B is equal to A plus R, where A and B are also integers from our problem. Then, by substituting the value of B, which is equal to A plus R to the equation, so this follows that we have A cubed plus A plus R quantity cubed. So this is our B, which is equal to A plus R quantity squared. Okay, then we can factor out the expression on the left-hand side of the equation by using the property a sum of two cubes as follows. We have x cubed plus y cubed. This is equal to x plus y times x squared minus xy plus y squared. So we're going to use this property to factor out the expression in the left-hand side of the equation. So now this becomes A plus R. So this is x plus y, so our y is A plus R, times A squared minus A times A plus R plus A plus R quantity squared, which is equal to, so we're going to simplify the inner expression, okay, of the right hand side. So A plus A, so we have 2A, then plus R quantity squared. Okay, then again, simplifying the expression in the left hand side. So we now have A plus A, so we have 2A, then plus R. Then A squared, negative A times A, so we have negative A squared. Negative A times R, so we have minus ER plus, then expanding this expression, so this can be written as A squared plus 2AR plus R squared. So this is equal to 2A plus R quantity squared. Then, again, simplifying further, so we have A squared minus A squared, that is equal to 0. So we now have 2A plus R times, so A squared, negative ER plus 2ER, so we have plus ER and plus R squared is equal to 2A plus R quantity squared. Okay, so from here, suppose this is our equation number 2, because this is our first equation. We assume, so case 1, we assume that if 2A plus R is equal to 0, so if this is 0, then we can solve for the value of R. R is equal to applying the subtraction property of equality, we have negative 2a for the value of r. Then, consequently, so the value of b is equal to, okay, so we have a plus r here, so we have a plus, okay, our r is negative 2a, then our b is equal to a plus negative 2 is we have negative a. Okay, so since there is a symmetry between a and b, so we can say that hence the ordered pair a negative a, so these are the value of b, or negative a and a, it is a solution to our equation here. Now, before we proceed to case number 2, you are going to check first if these two ordered pairs they are really solution. So, by checking, so we now have a cube plus our b is negative a, then cube is equal to a plus negative a quantity squared. So, a cube, copy. Then, negative a quantity cube, we have negative a cube is equal to a plus negative a, so that is equal to 0, so we have 0 squared. Then, a cube minus a cube, so we have 0 is equal to 0 squared, okay, or 0 times 0 is equal to 0. So, we are done. So, it means, okay, this is a solution. Also, this is a solution, okay, if you want to check. Now, we're going to proceed to case number 2. Okay, case number 2 when f 2a plus r is not equal to 0. So since there's no space, okay, I'll clean up the word first. Okay, so this was the last equation or equation number 2 that we have derived, okay, out from substituting the value b which is equal to a plus r. So we now proceed to case number 2. Case number 2, if 2a plus r is not equal to 0, so this would be not equal to 0, then we can divide both sides of the equation by 2a plus r. So then dividing both sides of the equation by 2a plus r, so we get a squared plus ar plus r squared is equal to 2a plus r. Okay, since 2a plus r quantity squared, so we take a 1, so we now have 2a plus r, and this one 2a plus r divided by itself, so equals 1. Now, okay, we're going to solve for a here in terms of r. So we're going to combine expressions that has a variable a. So we're going to put 2a to the left hand side of the equation and r squared to the right hand side of the equation. So this follows that we have a squared plus ar minus 2a is equal to r minus r squared. Then by factoring, so we can factor this out. So we have a squared plus r minus 2 quantity times a is equal to r minus r squared. Now, by completing the square, so we're going to complete the square of the expression on the left-hand side of the equation. So we can write this one as a squared plus r minus 2 times a plus, so we're going to divide the coefficient of the middle term by 2. So we now have r minus 2 divided by 2, then square the result. So since we added this term to the left hand side, so we're going to add also this term to the right hand side. So we have r minus r squared plus r minus 2 over 2 quantity squared. Okay, so this expression can be written as a plus r minus 2 divided by 2 quantity squared. This is equal to, let us simplify this first. We have r minus r squared plus, so we have r squared minus 4r plus 4 divided by 4. Okay, so this follows that we have a plus r minus 2 divided by 2 quantity squared is equal to, okay, simplifying this expression, so we now have 4 times r, so we have 4r minus 4 times r squared, so we have 4r squared, then add plus r squared minus 4r plus 4 all over 4. Then 4r minus 4r, so that is equal to 0. Then negative 4r squared plus 4 plus r squared, so that is equal to negative 3r squared. So we now have 4 minus 3r squared divided by 4. So we have here a plus r minus 2 divided by 2 quantity squared. Now extracting the square root to both sides of the equation. So we can cancel this out because the index and the exponent are the same. So we now have these values that we have a plus r minus 2 divided by 2 is equal to a positive negative. We have a square root of 4 minus 3r squared divided by square root of 4 is equal to 2. And then applying the addition property of equality, so we now have a is equal to 2 minus r, a plus minus square root of 4 minus 3r squared all over 2. Okay, then from here, okay, we're going to find, okay, the domain of r. Okay, finding the domain of r. Okay, we set 4 minus 3r squared would be greater than or equal to 0. So now, solving this inequality, we have a 4 is greater than or equal to a 3r squared by applying the addition property of inequality. Then dividing both sides of the inequality by 3, so we now have 4 thirds is greater than or equal to r squared. Then we can write this one as r squared is less than or equal to 4 over 3. Then extracting the square root to both sides of the inequality, so we now have r squared is less than or equal to positive negative square root of 4 over 3. Then cancel. So since the inequality is this one, it means that the solution set is between a negative, a r must be greater than or equal to negative a square root of 4 over 3, but less than or equal to positive a 4 square root of 4 over 3. Okay, and take note, okay, the integers between negative square root of 4 third and positive square root of 4 third, okay, are, okay, note that the integers in this interval, the integers in this interval, okay, are negative 1, 0, and 1. So therefore, we can say, hence, r, okay, must have a value of negative 1, 0, and 1. Okay, so we're going to find the value a with respect to the values of r that we have found. So we're going to solve now for the value of a with respect to the values of r that we have found. Okay, first, so subcase number 1, okay, when r is equal to negative 1, then we are going to find for the value of a. So we have a is equal to 2 minus, so we have negative 1 plus minus square root of 4 minus 3 times negative 1 quantity squared divided by 2. Then, negative times negative, so we have positive, so 2 plus 1, we have 3. Then plus minus square root of negative 1 quantity squared, that's positive 1. Then 3 times 1, we have 3. 4 minus 3, we have 1. Then square root of 1, so we have 1 divided by 2. So we now have a is equal to 3 plus minus square root of 1, we have 1, okay, divided by 2. So first, the value of a is equal to 3 minus 1. Okay, 3 minus 1 divided by 2. So 3 minus 1, we have 2 divided by 2, so we have 1. Okay, and the other one, we have a is equal to 3 plus 1 divided by 2. 3 plus 1, so we have 4 divided by 2, so we have 2. So it means, when r is equal to negative 1, we have two values for a, okay, which are 1 and positive 2. Okay, next, okay, subcase number 2. Subcase, okay, number 2. Okay, when r is equal to 0. Okay, so we now have a is equal to 2 minus 0, okay, plus minus, okay, square root of 4 minus 3 times 0 squared all over 2. Okay, then 2 minus 0, so we have 2 plus minus, okay, 0 squared, we have 0, 3 times 0 is 0, then 4 minus 0 is 4, then square root of 4, so we have 2. Okay, we have 2 here. Then a is equal to 2 minus 2 divided by 2. Okay, 2 minus 2, we have 0 divided by 2, so we have 0. And the other one, we have a is equal to 2 plus 2 divided by 2. Okay, 2 plus 2, we have 4 divided by 2, so we have 2. So it means when r is equal to 0, we have the values of a are 0 and 2. Okay, subcase number 3, or the last subcase. So we have when r is equal to positive 1. Okay, then we have a is equal to 2 minus 1 plus minus square root of 4 minus 3 times 1 quantity squared divided by 2. Okay, simplifying this, 2 minus 1, so we have 1 plus minus, okay, 1 squared, we have 1, 3 times 1, we have 3, 4 minus 3, we have 1, square root of 1, so we have 1 divided by 2. So therefore, we have a is equal to 1 minus 1 divided by 2. So 1 minus 1, we have 0, 0 divided by 2, so we have 0. And the other one, a is equal to 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So 1 plus 1, we have 2 divided by 2, so we have 1. So that means, when r is equal to 1, okay, the values of a are 0 and 1. Okay, so let us now find for the value of b. Okay. So finding the value of b, for the values, because there are so many values, finding the values of b. Okay. So we have, in the first subcase, we have r is equal to negative 1, then our a is equal to 1 and a is equal to 2. So therefore, we have b is equal to a plus r, okay, which is equal to, okay, when r is equal to negative 1, then a is equal to 1. So we have 1 plus negative 1, so we have 0. Okay, the other one, b is equal to a plus r. So when r is negative 1, then our a is equal to 2. So 2 plus negative 1 is equal to positive 1. Okay, then, for subcase number 2, we have r is equal to 0 and a is equal to 0 and a is equal to 2. So therefore, b is equal to a plus r. So we now have 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. And the other one, b is equal to a plus r. So we have 2, or the value of a, plus 0, the value of r. So 2 plus 0, so we have 2. Okay, lastly, so subcase number 3, we have r is equal to 1. So we have a is equal to 0 and a is equal to 1. So b is equal to A plus R. So A is equal to 0, then plus R is equal to 1. So 0 plus 1, so we have 1. And B is equal to A plus R. So we have 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay, now, collecting all the possible values, for case number 2 with respect to the sub-cases. So, collecting the possible ordered pairs, we get, in the sub-cases, so we now have, when A is 1, so we have B equals 0. So we have 1, 0. Next, when A is 2, then we have B equals 1. We have 2, 1. Next, when A is 0, so B equals 0. We have 0, 0. Then, when A is 2, B is equal to 2. Next, when A is 0, B is equal to 1. Next, when A is 1, then B is equal to 2. Okay, so these are the possible ordered pairs in case number 2 with respect to the sub-cases. So now, we're going to collect all of the solutions that we have found in case 1 and in case number 2. So, since there is no space, I'll clean up the board and we're going to sum up the solution set for that problem. Okay, we're going to sum up now our solution set for this problem. So, case 1, so we have found that the ordered pair A and negative A or negative A and A for any or for all integer A, is a solution to this equation. While in case 2, these are the possible ordered pairs that can satisfy the given equation. Then finally, collecting all of this, so finally, collecting all the possible solutions, so we now have, so we're going to write in set builder notation and so with a roster method. So we now have the set containing A negative A such that A is an integer, union, this one, the ordered pair is negative A such that A is again an integer, then union, these ordered pairs, we have the first ordered pair is 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 0, 2, 2, 0, 1, and 1, 2. Okay, so this is the solution set of the given problem. And I think it's a good place to start.